What a series it has been. Vancouver Titans able to take it, locking down that win with a 3-0. You can see right there. Classic Runaway fan, he's got the hoodie on. Vancouver fighting on the sign.
Not only that, but he led the fan cheer, which is a tradition in Korean esports, to count to 3 and then say the team that you're cheering for fighting, which basically means good luck, do your best, etc. type thing. Literally the word fighting, but in the context here, it's a cheer for good luck and encouragement.
Well, right now, San Francisco could use a bit of that as we get ready to go into Route 66, our final map of this series. Not done yet. They could still take a map away from Vancouver. Make sure they can't get that 4-0. But otherwise, I mean, it really has been so close. They're putting up one heck of a fight at every twist and turn, but Vancouver has just been able to edge out over them.
And that's the thing, you know, I mentioned earlier, for those who missed this live and those who did not watch the VOD will see this. You know, your friends who missed out tonight, too bad for them. But for those people who see the 4-0 scoreline, they might not actually think as highly of the Shock in this series as they should.
True.
Because this has certainly been a close match. It's like for the start of things, we will see Architect start the Ana. May just be for a nade. Yep. And then potentially a swap. We'll see if he sticks onto this.
Still playing back in the diner. He's taking a couple shots. He's looking here, but yeah, will just be the swap over onto the Brig.
Figures. It's pretty tough to run Ana in this composition here, especially against the Sombra.
Well, this is going to be Divalus from Vancouver. Hack in, looking for super. Salome Soe going to be jumped on instantly. Gets the armor pack into the back and has the translocator, so we'll be safe.
Historically, it's been Haksal who plays the Sombra in these flex compositions, but it's Salome Soe who has to pick up the slack here when Divas need to flex. Janu will be going over to the Zarya. Very rare for this squad.
Yes, it is. Bumper, ooh, getting collapsed on. Super finds the first kill here. And Bumper does get taken down. Now Haksal as well. Going to fall. And let's see if that's just going to be a full swap of the comp coming through for Vancouver. Salome Soe is still playing forward, nearly has an EMP. So I think they're probably just going to be sticking through with this.
Yeah, you know, it's rough for the Titans here if they actually expose that they're weak at running Sombra right now. Because that's what it feels like from watching this first fight. You know, we talked about how this is uncomfortable roles for these players, but that's not something you want to show after winning a series. They're going to stick with this, though. They may be able to recover here. The EMP is almost ready. Salome Soe at the back. No support ultimate, so it doesn't matter if Violet or Moth don't get hit. They're not going to be able to save their team.
Yeah, Salome Soe getting ready to rejoin. Navik's taking a lot of damage, going to be knocked out, but the shadow from Super is absolutely huge.
6-man.
EMP out from Salome Soe will catch everybody, denying away that Transcendence from Violet. Now they'll be able to push forward, get the kills, continue some hacks, and try to build up some additional ultimates. Great turnaround here. Denying that Transcendence, one of the biggest things.
Yeah, it's rough for the Shock when they don't have any ultimates to counter it. And, you know, Violet and Moth were both hacked, but that's irrelevant when they couldn't follow up with heals anyways. You know, there's two ways to not be able to use support ultimate, getting hacked or not having one. And then the follow-up shatter there after the EMP, really brilliantly done. Now Bumper's got another one ready here.
Grab going to be coming down though, Janu going to be locked up, Haksal as well. Taken down, just going to be the one hack there on Navik Shatter from Bumper, not going to find anything. He's just sitting still, he's like, okay, just kill me, it's fine. Take point A, doesn't matter anymore. Slime gonna get picked off right here at the end. 4:15 on the clock. San Francisco looking quite good here at the start of Route 66.
Yep, and Violet here, really nice control of this choke. Just gonna continue to look for damage done. Just be careful about not getting picks here. A double-edged sword tossing in like that, because if you only damage someone, you feed support ult over the Twilight. But if you get a kill, it's amazing, the stagger.
Well, Salome Soe actually just finds Violet. Takes him down, no EMP required to get rid of that shielding.
And that's why Shock has to leave. If he farms an EMP throughout the rest of this fight and does it while there's no trance, they're in big trouble. They back away. Still going to be a stagger either way. It's nice they kill Salome Soe, but he will come back with that EMP. And nearly the big 6 on both sides here. So the critical moment is going to be whether Violet and Moth can hit those transfer. Violet, perhaps the most famous Zenyatta in all of Korea during the Sombra meta at shutting down EMPs. We'll see if he can do it here again on Route 66.
Yeah, rough start for that first EMP. Graviton Surge is going to be thrown right at Architect and Super's feet. Blocks them up, no kills to be found. Though now the EMP is going to be coming in, and again, as you say, Violet not going to be able to use the Transcendence, but Moth was the one ready. Gets the sound barrier off. Now they push forward, get the cleanup kills, and that cart can surge forth.
And also having that rally armor means even though he was hit with the EMP, the armor stayed, only the shields were taken away, so he actually was very survivable there. Nice pre-armor from Architect, and the two-tiered system they had where both supports were on opposite sides, meaning basically one of them is not going to get caught no matter what. They're outside the EMP radius. Very nicely done by the Shock. And now we see the swap as mentioned.
Well, they do manage to halt the cart here. Just 3 meters away. Transcendence perfectly timed from Twilight to keep Jono into that mech. Grabs on Surge, however, now going to be thrown in from Sinatra. Locks him up. Sound barrier's going to come through in the bomb from Nevix. Manages to find Bumper. Loop over to the side. Vancouver Titans without a main tank have no one to block the shatter. And Super, yeah, he sees a big opportunity. Everybody right in the corner. Knocks him down. Point B completion here.
Yeah, this is really reminiscent of, you know, after what a great start Shanghai Boston was. You know, bounce back from Boston in the final map. This is what I feel like I'm seeing here from Shock. Despite 2 heartbreaking losses, remember, massive advantage on King's Row, and then the barely, narrowly held stagger defense there on Volskaya to still come back and dominate this map. It means they've got great resilience as a squad in terms of keeping their emotions in check. Moth on the high ground again, looking for potentially a split.
Oh, yeah, and Bumper trying to go for him there.
Here he comes. Look at Moth.
Sominsu, though, dangerously low. Jono going to get popped out of the mech by the Fire Strike. He just didn't have the D-Matrix to try and take that one away. Hawksall, right-click lob shots coming through, trying to take him down. They're unable to do it.
Huge combo there between Moth cutting the roster off there and the energy that Sinatra had built. This duo is doing a lot with this Zarya right now. They've got the block here.
Oh, the grab from right around the corner. Sominsu, Fire Strike to the face, will be taken down. Used his own grab, but they're not going to be able to find any kills in the back of it. Twilight now has to push forward with the Transcendence up. Shatter from Bumper again, not finding anything. Super comes in his hammer as well, but Bumper has the block. Can they stabilize? Can they hold them off? Is the question. Jono getting taken lower and lower. Does have that self-destruct ready to go in case he has to get back into the mech quickly. Sound barrier's going to be out. Jono goes ahead, throws out the bomb, manages to find one pickup onto Violet. Now Super going to be taken down, but Sominsu's going to be taken out as well. Bomb from Nevix zones them back the cart. Just 2.73 meters left to go. Jono, the one playing forward, trying to deny away this damage. Can't do much in regard to Sinatra. Architect comes around the corner. He's looking for Twilight. Gets a stun in on a Bumper. The Twilight answers back, finds the kill. Transcendence going to be online again, and it seems like Vancouver have done it. We'll be able to get the stabilize here.
Well, honestly, at this point, you know, you're starting to feel like your resources are depleting if you're the San Francisco Shock. They will come through with another grab from Sinatra versus Twilight's Transcendence. If they could somehow bait the Transcendence out, this is going to be a very potentially successful push, but it really does revolve around that criteria. Sinatra's trying to chase down the Zen here. He's not getting close, but if he can force the Trance, that's their chance.
Well, now he's going to have the grab.
Yep.
Energy not going to be fantastic, but pins that straight into the back of the cart, and Hawksall's going to be taken down instantly.
Twilight's on top of it.
Yeah, a little bit too late with that Transcendence to try to keep the Brig alive. Moth into the back, gets a boot there on a Bumper, pushing him up into the air. The Shatter comes down, and John is going to get locked in. Answering Shatter out, manages to find Nevix and Architect. The Transcendence again is there from Violet to keep them all alive. Now Twilight and Bumper going to be eliminated. Vancouver Titans this time. I don't think they're going to be able to stabilize. John pushes forward. Self-destruct going to be coming down. Let's see if he can find anything. It's going to be a triple. I spoke too soon. I am sorry, John. I will never doubt you again.
Jono, insane here on the defense, will not be able to remech, will have to swap, but because he just used his self-destruct, he's not going to be losing any ult charge. Have to give credit where it's due to Moth, trying to set up Super's last Shatter. He went for the back door there with the right click to try to set them up to knock Bumper up, but the Shatter did not connect either way, and the San Francisco Shock were out of ammo after that. Despite the opening pick, Jono comes through. This is one more shot now they've got.
As he does time and time again, but 3 ultimates to 0. On the side of Vancouver Titans, they need to build these up, and they need to do it very quickly.
Last chance. It's the last shot here. High ground for Sinatra, trying to get that grab. He's so close.
He's getting chipped away at by Twilight, trying to get those hits. Has picked him off.
It's ready.
Before. Grab is ready. Bomb's going to open things. Nevix throwing out the Hail Mary. Tries to make it back into the back. Seems like he's going to be able to do it. Now the Shadow comes in from Super instantly. 3 members going to be disappearing on the side of Vancouver. Jono pushing back around, but no bomb, no hope, no Transcendence for Twilight. They will get the finish here on Route 66, but it happens in OT.
Very, very close call there, but they do have one last coordinated fight. The self-destruct there from Nevix into the big Shatter. Well played. Remaining resilient here in the face of the Vancouver Titans. See if they can have a good defense here.
Nicely done. Shock, yep. Need a very strong defense. Let's see if they can have it when we come back. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. San Francisco Shock in overtime, able to reach the finish line here on Route 66. Now you have to see how their defense fares. It was a very strong early attack from them. To get to that final stretch, entering into the garage. Fantastic time bank, but Vancouver, especially in the back of Janu with these just miracle Hail Mary bombs, were able to drain that clock down.
Architect will start with the Brigida here. Not going to be trying any Ana shenanigans here to start off the map. It's too risky. You don't have good angles. It's much more wide open than King's Row. And for the Titans, as we head into this, with fan cheers for them as well, the Korean style coming in, just going to be mirroring this composition. San Francisco Shock operating forward means they could get picked.
Oh,
already a good start.
Yep, very nicely done. Now just going to be pushing straight up to the entrance here. This diner has seen better days.
Yep. Whip shot there, not going to quite connect, but that's what playing four like this is designed to do, is to get an opening pick and then kind of slowly back away. Sinatra trying to build that energy, and then they could just back off. Look at Moth up again high, trying to split this team in half.
Yeah, drop it down, Slime going in for a boop. Going to be displacing. Architect going to be taken down now, Nevix losing out on the mech. And this will be the opening for Vancouver to get that cart rolling. Bumper dangerously low, will get taken out by Sinatra right here at the last second. But he himself will not make it out alive, so the cart can start pushing.
One of the trade-offs there, I mean, he was very unlikely to survive, but one of the trade-offs in a moment like that, Lazari, is do you want ult charge or do you want to live and keep your energy? In this case, because he knew he was going to die, he fought till the last second there to make sure he could build as much of a grab as possible. As a result, he's actually further ahead than Salome Soe at the moment, 72 to 47. But as we move into this next attempt here, the high ground is controlled by Moth again. So, very fitting name for this Lucio. Seems to quite literally fly and split teams in half.
Has been phenomenal all series long. Violet taking a bit of damage. Sinatra stunned up for a moment there. Got knocked down below half HP, was looking pretty scary for him. Graviton Surge going to be coming through. Salome Soe opening things up. Double kill off the pin. All three supports disappearing right off the bat. That's just going to be the wipe. What a stylish way to roll into A.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about, one of the themes of today, at least for you and I casting, has been ult efficiency, right? Talking about what that means, try to educate those who don't know what it means, but Grav here is the only ultimate really used, right? And look at this, Bumper just comes through, gets a pin kill, does massive damage in this fight, he's the winner here. But 5 ults still online means it's the most efficient way they could have taken A. If you combine everything, it's not useful, it's actually wasteful to use many ultimates, but you could just use the one, and that's what Vancouver Titans is all about here.
Yep. Slime playing up top. Maybe looking to knock San Francisco down onto the low ground, try to isolate somebody. Sinatra especially taking a lot of damage at the moment. Push their way down onto the low ground, a couple more shots, but it finished them off. The Transcendent's gonna be out, they get locked up into the ground. That's gonna be, and Shatter coming through, setting up for the bomb. This time for the Shock. Nevix gets himself a triple kill, taking a page out of Vancouver's book.
Now, it took a long time when this meta was happening in Contenders Korea for a lot of the teams you and I commentate to really get familiar and comfortable with this. And Nevix was subbed in, right? And clearly he's one of the experts at this. He makes it happen too, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot of these across the league. Look at Moth, splitting them up.
Yeah, spooping them back. Trying to keep them contained. This is very reminiscent of King's Row with the spawn camping. A couple more avenues of approach to weave their way out this time, though. So right back in onto the high ground. Pin coming through. Bumper gonna get melted down the sound barrier. Just a fraction of a second too late. Bomb dumped in. Looking for the kills, but not gonna be able to find it. San Francisco Shock remain intact. The Shatter out from Super gets rid of Twilight, and they can maintain control of this spawn.
It was a really nice start for the Vancouver Titans in terms of time bank. They traded that fight with only one ultimates, but San Francisco really turned that around with Nevix's bomb combo there with Super, and now they could continue to kind of spawn cap. Sinatra doesn't have high energy, but he's just looking to finish off this grab. The Titans are going to wait here for the trance, potentially. As you can see, Twilight's just trying to spam out, then they can come out. Now it's up, so they can leave.
Knock down the half. Janu keeping track of Sinatra.
Violet
figures that he's got this one online. Yeah, will be the Transcendence out from Violet first, as you say. Now Twilight going to be matching. Graviton Surge thrown in by Sinatra, but Violet's going to be the first one taken down. Now Nevix going to be popped out of that mech. Shadow from Bumper looking pretty good. Baby Diva barely trying to be able to survive, but will be taken down. Architect only able to answer for one. Vancouver can finally start pushing again.
We've heralded Violet as being one of the better players to counter Somba EMPs, also Transcendence timings in this meta. But unfortunately, this is one of those uncharacteristic times where he pulled the trigger too early. This gives Twilight the opportunity to get the healing where it matters later in the fight.
Yep. And
that's, what we call support old chicken. If you use it second, you're always going to have the advantage. Whoever pulls the trigger first is going to be slightly disadvantaged. And it works out in their favor. Here's a grab.
Oh, grab thrown straight in on the exit. Sinatra trying to stay alive. The bubble comes in, but Twilight again picks him off. Nevix with the bomb, not going to be able to find anything. Super going to be taken down. Clean up on the fight. Vancouver Titans stabilizing after being spawn camped again. Will be able to push through, bump up that time bank. 3 minutes on the clock as they enter the garage.
Cool Zarya's don't look at explosions either. Summon Soe just right-clicks and walks away. Doesn't even see Moth die there. Now the critical thing here for the San Francisco Shock to do is to try to maintain high ground. Difficult to do right now. But they're actually going to come from behind, actually not directly confront the high ground, but actually force Vancouver to give it up by controlling the cart. Smart move.
Janu goes in, leading with the bomb. Gets a double again. Violet and Architect both going to be taken down. Make it a triple. Goes forward, finds Super. Nevix going to be popped out and finished off, rather.
This is a disaster for the San Francisco Shock. The time bank is looking really good for the Titans right now. The idea there, the theory, to force them off the high ground, to force them to turn around into their choke. San Francisco Shock's choke on the cart was a good one, but the execution left a lot to be desired, and Vancouver were able to punish that rotation. Now they control the high ground. This is the worst place for San Francisco to take this fight. Look at the angle here for Twilight on the high ground, too, from behind. He's totally safe while being able to maximize damage.
Oxall just trying to contest here. Sinatra going lower and lower. Has to drop back. It's that Orb of Harmony in the armor pack. Grab gonna be coming through. Locking him up right here onto the corner. Sound barrier comes in. Answering grab from Salome Soe on the low ground. But Violet with the Transcendence will keep them alive. Twilight matching back over towards the cart. No one gonna be dead yet. Moth throws down that sound barrier. Vancouver Titans now without any ultimates, but Janu nearly has us up the struck ready to go. Salome Soe manages to find Nevix. Him down, looking for a little bit more as the cart keeps inching closer, now within 5 meters. 2.75, bomb's gonna go into the back. Janu looking to do it again, but this time not gonna come up with any kills. It doesn't zone them far enough back for the cart to advance.
Really nice position here for Bumper. He's got the Shatter.
Shatter's gonna be coming through, manages to find Nevix. Super, however, blocking the rest of the squad with that
grab.
shield. Both of these Ryan's gonna be hitting the ground, but the stun comes in. Architect manages to pick up the kill. Bomb out from Nevix. Salome Soe dips in behind the cart, keeps himself alive, but will be killed on the exit, it would seem, as Architect chases forward, but maybe not. Right clicks actually almost answer back.
That was a really nice play by Architect there, countering that, having the burst heals. The Shatter from Bumper there, just not as good as he would have liked it to be. They wanted to get the DMEC rather on Nevix. It failed. And the Transcendence is ready here for Twilight. That's going to be extra healing. It's been doing so much damage from range here. Sinatra holds high ground though. They're going to try to take this away from him.
Only 30 seconds remaining. Janu taken low, trying to find the shots here on the ball. He'll get picked off right before that sound barrier becomes online. But he can likely rejoin in here with the rest of his squad. Shatter's gonna be coming down, instantly popped from the Transcendence as Twilight goes over, making sure his team's gonna be safe. Super gonna be picked off. Looking for a little bit more. Sound barrier now out. Ball's gonna be catching 3 members. Nevix still going lower and lower in the mech, but now the Transcendence will burst him back up. Bomb gonna come down from Janu. Not gonna find a kill.
Displaces Violet.
Gets rid of Janu, make sure that he can't get back into the mech, but the kill's still coming in. Nevix swapping over onto the Reaper, is trying to make something happen. A couple more hammer swings will clean him up. We will have a double finish in OT again between these two squads.
That's going to be the second time. Kings Row, we had a strong push from San Francisco. We'll see if they can repeat that when they go on their next attack.
And nearly to be. Both teams able to do it, and see what happens when we come back. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, another minute per team here on the clock. Vancouver Titans going to be kicking things off on the defense. San Francisco Shock on the attack, already showing us something a little bit different, but maybe not going to stick with it.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing not. You know, there's always the potential you grab that pick onto the Zenyatta, or if you're working with your Zen, sometimes you can kill the enemy Zarya first by focus firing, getting that Discord orb there. But it's not going to be too risky here with only 1 minute on the clock. Every single indicator point matters for map differential. Call them indicator points in StarCraft, let's call them that. But anyway, so they're map differential points.
Well, already aggressive push forward. Someone's nearly taken down. Armor pack and will save his life. Janu taking some flank shots here from Violet. Trying to output that damage. Pushing forward aggressively up towards the corner. San Francisco Shock, still no one going to be taken down. Push up over the top. Forces Slime back. Now in from behind, Nevix manages to find the pop there onto Janu's mech. First casualty coming in. Boop bump, almost there. Hoxel, however, does manage to stay alive in the mix with his squad.
Yeah, a little bit of shield bash mobility there, but this is looking great for the San Francisco Shock. Sinatra and Salome Soe, very similar ult chart. Salome Soe gets his first. Energy is going to be very high for these two. It's going to be all about that support ult chicken. Who uses the trance first? The second trance is going to be the victor here. Also, the potential for shatters with both of those coming online. Bumper gets his first.
See what happens. Scrap's going to be coming down. Salome Soe going to be locked up here onto the high ground. Finds a couple members of San Francisco Shock, but Violet is there to keep them alive. Transcendence working out for him. Armor offered up from Oxall in the meantime. The remaining members of Vancouver as they look for some more kills. Shatter coming down, locks up one, not able to find the kills. Twilight keeps everybody sustained, but the bomb out from Nevix gets rid of Bumper. And San Francisco Shock look to do it again, replicating that success from King's Row, at least for the beginning, pushing their way into A.
High ground control there for the Shock was why they were able to win that fight so handily. Sinatra was able to do more damage than Salome Soe, even though they were at similar energy, probably both of them max. Couldn't tell you exactly, but he did more because he was on the high ground, had free reign to do that beam damage. Now he's got way closer to a grab on the second one here than Salome Soe, and Salome Soe's energy has been reset, so he's going to force Bumper here to go forward, toss a bubble on him, try to catch up, but it's a long road.
Oh, he's absolutely lapping him, but that's going to be a major opening as Sinatra does get taken down. Sound barrier going to be in, but Janu looking for another pick with a bomb. This time not going to be able to find it. San Francisco Shock just playing back. Violet getting closer and closer to that next Transcendence. Shatter going to be coming down. They managed to find Violet right before that ult can come through. Now Super going to be eliminated. They're off the cart. OT starts plummeting. They force Nevix back. They have to clean up the final piece of the puzzle here. They will be able to get the hold just after A.
The talking point has been discussed to death by all of our analysts this week, but when the Zarya dies first, the fight is practically over in almost every scenario. They knew Runaways, or the former Runaways, sorry, old habits die hard here. I swear I'm not going to do it again. I know there's a lot of Runaway fans here in the studio today. I see the jerseys everywhere. But
I don't know if you want to make that promise, but...
Let's talk about this again, though. They identify, the Titans are able to identify, Sinatra's got the higher energy. He's going to have grab first. And it's immediately, that's the target they select. Had he been a little bit further back, would have been tougher to get the Discord orb on him and eliminate him first. But once he's down, energy's reset. Best case scenario for San Francisco Shock, but worst case scenario, the entire team is wiped and the push comes through. The Titans are, you know, this is not the craziest, scenario here for the San Francisco Shock to win. They absolutely can defend this with a few efficient fights. But the first one is the one that matters most. If they can win that again, and then now, even as the defenders here, have that even easier task of controlling the high ground. Moth, I swear he flies, man. He's up there. With him up there trying to split the Titans in half, keep Sinatra high on energy, this is absolutely winnable for the Shock. Easier said than done.
Know that they have to go for that forward aggression here outside the spawn. Know that even if this does fail, they'll have an attempt to recontest before A. Super
huge damage.
It's that bubble, instantly goes around the corner, surges up to nearly 50% for that Earth Shatter.
It also means high energy for Sinatra.
Bumper, a couple more shots to finish him up, but oh, Super gonna get punished. Hoxel goes forward, finds the opening kill. It's now to be the chase forward here. Salome Soe looking to build up that grab. Sinatra now going to be taken out.
Very greedy play by the Shock to try to not only give a Shattered over to Super, but give Sinatra high energy. It pays off at first when he gets the bubble. We see the burst heals come through for Architect, but he can't survive. They can't get out. Moth doesn't get the split.
And now big story looking like Twilight with that Transcendence getting ready to come online. Violet going to be trailing behind a little bit further. Otherwise, a lot of the other ultimates fairly even. Straight up on top of Big Earls. And Francisco Shock looking for the fight. Bumper still playing forward. Trying to match. Shatter nearly here for Super. A couple more percent. Transcendence is online. If Twilight gets caught by this, it could be the end. Pops it instantly. No one else going to be caught. Some members in the back, but no one going to be collapsed on. Cannot find the finishing blows. Shatter out from Bumper. Equally not going to find much. Violet used the Transcendence. Sound barriers getting ready to come online for both of these Lucios. Grabs on Surge, locks them up. Twilight finds Violet. Need a little bit more than that. And with Architect going down, seems like they might be able to push through. The pin is there onto Super. And Vancouver Titans will break their way through A. San Francisco Shock, they have to get to the cart before this rolls in.
Despite the later transfer from Violet, the coordination in this scrappy fight was definitely the Titans. Janu and Salome Soe trying to gatekeep them from getting in here and blocking the cart, but there's plenty of time for the Shock to get back. They've got speed boost and they got Nevix on the Diva. They should be able to contest. The question is how and from what angle, because there's a lot of ultimates about to come online here for the Titans. This grab has to be big. Cannot be eaten.
On the side, yeah, if this gets eaten, that might just be it. Sun comes through. Sound barrier's still gonna be there. The pin not gonna be able to find Sinatra. Shatter coming out. Nevix dropping the bomb. Look at the big slime up above. Will get taken down, and that should just be it. They cannot make it back over. San Francisco Shock, they get the kills. They zone Salome Soe back away from the cart. They will not allow the Titans to walk away with a 4-0 victory.
At the same time, the Titans will still take the series. This was touted as one of our best matches of the week, and it seems more and more like this team needs to be respected. They are new to the Overwatch League, but they are veterans of Korean Overwatch. They come through winning a Korean tournament with this very same style in this very same meta. They're able to take the Shock out here, but it's resilience we speak about again as they're able to take the final map. Nevix with a big, better self-destruct there will at least make this only a -2 scoreline for the Shock at the end of the day.
See the handshakes, the hugs coming out. Fantastically done here. The Titans able to pick up that win. 3-0 start to the season.
Huge chance here for Bumper on stage as well. A new fan favorite for those who did not watch him in Contenders Korea.
Well, speaking of Bumper, we have Danny down on the floor standing by for an interview.
Thank you guys. What is up, everybody? I am here with Bumper from Vancouver Titans. Everyone make some noise. Congratulations on the win. It was an amazing match. Now, I feel like now everyone could agree that Vancouver Titans have a very, very aggressive playstyle. What is kind of like the strategy behind that? 자, 제가 봤을 때는 밴쿠버 팀이 굉장히 좀 공격적인 플레이 스타일을 가지고 있는 팀인 것 같아요. 굉장히 잘 사용하고 있는 것 같은데 그런 공격적인 스타일을 계속 쓰는 이유가 있다면 뭐가 있을까요?
저의 공격적인 라인업가 있기 때문에이지 않을까 싶어요.
Reason is simple. It's because I have a very, very aggressive Ryan play style. All right, interesting. Another question, Bumper. If you have to choose from the Overwatch League teams a tank player that you kind of want to prove to the world that you are a better tank or a better player. 자, 쉽게 말하면은 오버워치 리그 팀에서 이 선수, 이 탱커 플레이어보다는 내가 잘한다라고 한 명을 꼽자면 누가 있을까요?
서울 다이너스의 피셔님보다 제가 더 잘하는 것 같아요.
Seoul Dynasty, Fissure, if you're watching this one's for you. Alrighty, everybody, give it up for Bumper one more time. That is it for me. Back to you guys, casters.
Got his eyes on the prize. Bumper looking to take down Fissure, but man, what a day of Overwatch it was. Another week in the books for the 2019 season. And right there at the end, Vancouver able to get that victory, move up 3-0. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure bringing you guys the action. But make sure you stay tuned for the Watch Point post show coming up in just a few.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile. High ground or low ground, T-Mobile has you covered.